On today's show, we looked into the Rockettes and what all goes into their upcoming competition season. And we look into one athlete's rise to success on and off the field. These stories and more on this edition of Hilltop News. What's up, Rock Nation? Welcome back to another edition of Hilltop News. Live from Studio 1060, I'm Veronika Volcjak.
And I'm Brandon McVay.
As a lot of you already know, it is Hope Week, and by the looks of the hallways, many of you guys know that today's dress-up day is Pajama Day. Brandon is going to tell you a little bit more about the upcoming week, as well as some other news going around the Hill. Brandon?
Thank you, Veronika. This week may just seem like another fun dress-up week, but there's a lot more to it than that. Hope Week is a week dedicated to helping break the mental health stigma, especially that found in schools.
Pajama Day, and then Jersey Day, and then there's a Yellow Day, all relating to like mental health and like ending the stigma and stuff like that. And so like Pajama Day is like getting comfortable talking about mental health and stuff like that. It's to really just raise awareness for mental health and like the stigma around it. We've done a really good job about like being open and vulnerable about being able to talk about it and things like that, but we're really just trying to like continue that and just like make the message to the school that we're here to talk to you and that you're not alone in going through this.
Hope Squad will have their Why You Matter photo spot in the hallways during lunches, and you can find the rest of the dress-up weeks on their socials at RHHS Hope Squad. We will not have to make up the past 2 days that were missed. Superintendent Ferguson just released an email that we will have enough minutes to cover the missed days. However, in the event we will have any more so days, we will have to make up the instructional time. This past week, Representative Jared Patterson released a statement regarding controversial books in our school's library as well as other PISD schools, saying, "I have met with the Prosper ISD superintendent, 2 members of the Board of Trustees, and their general counsel. We had a healthy discussion regarding the next steps, including policy changes to ensure inappropriate books such as Genderqueer by Maya Kababe, which graphically illustrates child pornography, do not make it on the campus in the future." Dr. Holly Ferguson has sent out a response regarding the issue surrounding these actions. These books have been widely accepted, but will be looked at upon a case-to-case basis.
We all know that languages and teen slang change quickly over time, so we set out to see if our teachers knew some common phrases as well as some common used emojis that students use daily.
Push and pee. Push and pull a door.
Best guess would be something to do with money.
Oh, it means that you're doing well, things are good.
A Karen is someone who asks to speak to the manager.
Karen is someone that might pull up to your barbecue spot and go off on you. So someone that is ranting about something.
Like, oh, that's someone you don't want to tangle with. They got short hair and all that mess. We don't mess with them.
Okay, that means you're angry with them and it's like, okay, this conversation is done.
I would say play on Bye Felicia.
It's yelling at somebody by, like you're angry, like get out, don't like you, we're done.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that's like a mic drop. You know, like you make a really good point and it's just, that's it.
Someone needs to go back to English.
I don't even have a guess. That is a hard one. I don't know. Give me a hint.
Period to is when you want to add exclamation to your point, emphasis.
I'm gonna say, no blue caps. No blue caps.
No cap, but I'm not 100% positive what cap means.
No cap.
X cap. That's a lie.
No cap. No lying. Truth.
I'm done. Done.
Dead. Funny.
You out of your mind? That's the only thing I can think of.
Like someone said something super funny and you're just like dead.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Clearly you're not good at taking pictures.
Camera trash. I don't know that one.
Delete pics now. Delete all the evidence.
Head out to the Prosper Fishing Derby. Duh.
You're reeling in something.
Maybe you're trying to like reel someone into the conversation, like check this out. Like, I don't know.
I would say since dealing with teenagers, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
Catching fish. I guess you're going to look for a date.
Now that our teachers are pushing P with our current lingo, it may be time to start coming up with new words. If you would like to see more segments like this or have a teacher you would like us to put to the test, let us know on our social media at Rock Hill Media.
And a little bit of a COVID update. As of February 2nd, there are 135 active COVID cases in the district, and 18 of those are on campus. The 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics began this past Thursday. Team USA has gone off to a rocky start with 3 silver medals from the figure skating team, Mongol skier Jalen Koff, and snowboarder Julia Marino, placing Team USA 14th in overall medal count. The Olympics are still going on, but the closing ceremony will be held February 20th.
Whether you've seen them on the field or at a pep rally, the Rockettes are a common name around campus. Kyla Lewis takes a look into their upcoming competition season and how they plan to go beyond the typical step-by-step routine.
With every turn, kick, and jump, the Rockets are the perfect picture of school spirit. But with their upcoming competition season, they have the opportunity to dance for more than just Blue Hawk pride.
We start learning our competition routines in August. So again, we have 14 total team routines. So we've got team, elite, officer, and then we've got our sergeant dances, and then this year we have 10 soloists that are doing solos, and then we have a duet with Rachel and Rami, and so we have to start those really early and start learning those, and then we really kick into gear with cleaning and polishing them and getting them ready end of October, 1st of November.
The team has spent hours working to perfect their routines. With all this time spent, they have created an unbeatable group dynamic that really helps them as they get closer to competition season.
I would say our team chemistry is different just because we're all getting super tired around competition season, so it makes everyone more motivational.
This team is so close with each other. I mean, they truly love each other. They truly encourage each other. It's not a competition within each other. They're all huge encouragers of each other.
With competition dances comes more freedom for creative choreography, allowing the dancers the opportunity to express themselves.
Every dance has a story, and so it just depends on what you want your story to be, and so you live that out through your movement and through your facials and stuff like that.
With all the work they've put into their dances, the Rockets are more than ready to show what it looks like to dance for more than a halftime show. For Hilltop News, I'm Kyla Lewis.
The Rockettes have their first of 3 competitions this Saturday, February 12th. This past Thursday, Texas UIL released Rock Hill's new 6A district for this upcoming school year. Connor Fuxa is in studio to fill you in on our new district, as well as everything else Rock Hill sports. Connor?
Thank you, Veronika. This past Thursday, UIL announced Rock Hill's new district. Rock Hill has been placed in District 5-6A alongside Prosper, Allen, McKinney-Boyd, Denton-Geyer, Denton-Braswell, and Little Elm. The other 7 teams in this district are very familiar with each other, already having been in the same district these past 2 years. The biggest challenge for Rock Hill is going to be attendance. Rock Hill next year is projected to have around 2,500 students, while they're going to have to go up against powerhouses like Allen that hold a little under 7,000. Another worry with Rock Hill moving up to 6A and entering a new district is the vacancy at the head coaching position. We caught up with interim head coach Mark Wilkinson to talk about the immediate future for the coaching position.
So in the immediate future, I'll be serving as interim for the next 30 days. We're looking to have a new head football coach in place by March 1st. And the future of this program is bright due to the foundation laid by Coach Humble and his football staff.
Over the next couple of weeks, we will make sure to cover any news released about who the next head football coach of Rock Hill will be. Now, a ton of sports teams were in action this past week, starting off with boys basketball. The boys started off their week last Tuesday on the road against Denison. The Blue Hawks controlled the game from the tip-off to the final buzzer, winning dominantly 86-39. The boys kept their momentum going Saturday when they matched up against Princeton at home. Rock Hill once again went up to an early lead and never slowed down. Big performance from Anthony Williams, who dropped 29 points to lead the team to a 78-40 win. Girls basketball alongside the boys traveled out to Denison last Tuesday. Rock Hill got the best of Denison the first time they met back in January, but this time the Yellow Jackets were too much for our girls, beating Rock Hill 31-26. They looked to rebound Friday night, coming home to face Princeton, but unfortunately came up short in that one, losing 45-36. Wrestling had a big meet this past weekend with the top 4 finishers in each weight class and moving on to regionals. The boys team had Xavier Brooks place 4th, Grayson Flaherty place 4th, Logan Sedgwick place 2nd, and saw 2 district champions in Xavier Jukes and Mason Marble place 1st. All 5 of these wrestlers will be moving on to regionals. As for the girls, they had Milena Bowlby place 4th, Habi Adagonian placed 3rd, and then saw 3 district champions in Brooke Weiserick, Audrey Walker, and Eleanor Jukes. All 5 of these girls will be moving on to regionals. Great weekend overall for wrestling, totaling 10 wrestlers advancing to regionals, in which 5 of them ended up being named district champions. The girls' soccer team was also in action last Tuesday. They look to continue their undefeated streak when they headed out to McKinney to play McKinney North. After a slow start from both sides, Kendall Bowlby knocked one in the 42nd minute to put the Blue Hawks on the board first right before half. After somewhat of a quiet first half, the Blue Hawks came out swinging in the second half, with Avery Wheeler scoring in the 46th minute, followed by Ella Simmons scoring in the 60th minute. To top it all off, Avery Wheeler got her second goal of the game to give the Blue Hawks the 4-0 win, moving their record up to 10-0 on the season. Another big performance is from goalkeeper Ella Copenhaver, who achieved her 6th shutout of the season. Boys soccer also matched up against McKinney North last Tuesday. It was a tough matchup for our boys, with McKinney North being ranked first in the district. Our Blue Hawks fought hard the entire 90 minutes, but eventually fell 2-0. Even with this loss, Rock Hill still sits at third in the district with a 2-1 district record and a 7-4-1 overall record. Recently, 2 athletes, Grace Burlage and Ryan Rojas, were nominated for Student Athlete of the Year. The award they are up for is called Letterman to Leadership, and the winners receive $1,000 in scholarships to go to the colleges of their choice. Reporter Julio Zapata looks into Grace's story behind the nomination.
From pitching shutouts to hitting walk-offs, Grace's passion for softball led to her being nominated for the 2 Words Female Athlete of the Year award. She gained this passion for the sport when she took up softball at a young age.
I started playing softball when I was in 1st grade, and what really drove me to the sport was just being around all my teammates and stuff. And I've learned so many great life lessons because of softball. So I just want to continue to build that.
With all the experience Grace has gained over her many years playing softball, Grace has acquired some leadership skills that have allowed her to step into her role as a team leader.
Hey, way to protect! She's a team leader because she leads by example. She's awesome because her actions speak louder than her words. She's great for accountability, not only for herself but her teammates, and she's always a positive light that everybody just goes towards.
With her leadership, Grace has been able to achieve a ton of success and build a foundation for the softball program that will live on long past her high school career.
I can't express how awesome she is, and I love her with all my heart, and it's going to be really tough to replace her next year, not because of talent, but because of her leadership and her just being a presence in our program.
Grace's goal for her senior season is to lead the Blue Hawks to back-to-back district championship, making her last year their best year. For Hilltop News, I'm Julio Zapata.
Softball still has a longer road ahead before they reach the district championship. The road back to that game starts this Tuesday when they return to action at home against Frisco Lone Star for their first scrimmage of the season. Softball is one of many games coming up this next week on the Hill, starting with tonight. Dive has their regional competitions at Frisco, and Swim has day 1 of their regional competitions at Frisco as well. And due to the winter storm this past week, girls and guys soccer games against Wiley East last Friday got postponed to tonight. So both teams will face off against Wiley East at Children's Health Stadium. Girls will be at 5:30 and boys will be at 7:15. Moving on to tomorrow, soccer gets no rest, playing in back-to-back days. Both teams play against Denison. Girls will be at Children's Health Stadium again, and boys will travel out to Denison. A lot of other action is going on tomorrow, with baseball at home against Denton, softball at home against Lone Star, boys and girls basketball away at Lovejoy, and swim finishing up their regional meet at Frisco. Now a little more relaxed next 2 days, with all sports teams being off Wednesday and Thursday only having 1 team in action, which will be our track and field team starting off their season with a practice meet at Lovejoy. Moving on to Friday, we've got wrestling regionals at Memorial, baseball away at Liberty, boys basketball away at Sherman, girls soccer traveling out to Princeton, and boys soccer facing off against Princeton at home. Finally, this upcoming Saturday, wrestlers finishing off their district meet at Memorial, and softball will play at home against Salina and Plano. Now, if you want to keep up to date with all of the action, go to our social medias at rockhill.media or tune into next week's show. Well, that's all we have for today's show. For Hilltop News, I'm Connor Fuxa.
I'm Veronika Volcjak.
And I'm Brandon McVay. Keep rocking, Blue Hawks.